Hello, you may call me Keeper, and welcome to my channel, The Keeper's Secrets. So, I thought that we would start with tarot, and tarot was my introduction to all of this stuff, so it kind of seemed fitting that that's where this channel would start to. So, this tarot lesson is going to be split up into multiple videos because there's a lot to cover on tarot, and I figured it would be its own little series. I'm sure I'll have a lot of those on the channel. So, for this video, I'll just be a little basic introduction to tarot and the magic behind it. And then further along as we go in the videos, it will be, more about tarot and maybe its history, and then of course the all-important video of what each card means, because they all mean something different. So, let's begin. Tarot is a form of divination, and divination is essentially seeking knowledge about the future or, current events. Now, one thing I would like to make abundantly clear before we continue. Tarot, other forms of divination are not fake, they're not a scam. Okay, I've had to explain this to so many people. Now, am I saying that magic is real and whatever the cards tell you is true and it's going to come true? No, that's not what I'm telling you. Because tarot is a lot more complicated than that, and so is magic. Now, magic is really more so about your own power and your own energy and what you put that into, what your intentions are. If you really believe in something, or you want to make it change, you have to be that force behind it. If your energy isn't in the right place, you're not gonna be able to make the things you want to happen. Magic it's not something you seek, it's something that you already have. And once you realize that, you can let the doubt drift away, and you can allow yourself to be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to things like tarot. Now, like I said before, does that mean that all of the cards and, tarot readings are 100% true, or they're, everything the cards say is going to come to pass? No. And that's because tarot is more so about interpretation than facts and what is actually laid out there. It's up to the reader to interpret what the cards say and relay that to the person who's receiving the reading. And then the person who's receiving the reading has to interpret what the reader is telling them. So it goes through couple different layers in a way, but again, reader interprets the cards, the person receiving the reading interprets what the reader says and makes the connections in their own life and figures out what resonates with them. Now, for a personal example, I think it was 2 years ago, I decided to do a personal reading for myself, which I don't like doing very often. You'll find out why in a second. I did a personal reading, and the cards called me out. And they do that a lot, hence why I don't like giving myself readings. They called me out because, the two main topics I got from the cards were, focused on my film course and focused on, the fact that I was dwelling on things that happened in the past. Considering my class, the cards were basically like, it's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be okay. You just need to ask for help when you know that you need it, which at the time I was awful at doing. As far as the things from the past goes, the cards had basically said, you need to let it go. You can't change what happened, dwelling on it is only gonna make, you hurt more. It's better to just let it go, to not try and solve something that has already passed. So it's a lot about interpretation, but the cards are also, tarot reading is also a lot more about reflection than fortune telling. which I think that story kind of gave a good example of that, because the cards really aren't giving you the future. There's things that the reader is going to tell you that are going to make sense. It's going to connect in different ways. You're going to resonate with some parts of it, and it's because the cards are giving you specific things in your life that you should be focusing on, and focusing on them, and figuring them out, working through them, thinking positively on them, whatever they may be, is going to help you in the future, but the cards aren't, telling you your future. Like I had just said, my cards weren't like, oh yeah, your class gonna be fine. It was like, no, like everything's going to be okay if, you work on this thing, you work on asking people for help, everything will be okay. It's picking things that you're going to be able to reflect on really easily. Same thing with, dwelling on the past. It's not going to help me in the future. I need to let it go now. So that is really, what tarot is all about to me. Interpretation, reflection, and what resonates the most. And I think that should do it for the first part of our little tarot lesson. And I am very excited to finish this lesson next time. And we'll get a little bit more in depth into, what tarot is, how tarot works, because that was the more magical side of it. I've got to explain how the cards do their magic now. So I hope to see you next time. Bye.